Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot, and today I have an exciting new video for you guys. Today, I want to discuss 5 Facebook advertising myths that people are still, I think, operating on, and it's just old beliefs, myths, things like that that are just not applicable anymore. So with that being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and let's dive into it. So the first myth is that the more you spend, the more audiences and ad sets you need inside of an ad account. So back in 2019, early 2020, when I got my first e-com client, and we basically were spending like $1,000 a day right there. And wow, $1,000 a day. Look, that's not shit anymore compared to what we're spending now. And again, that's a process right there. I spent my first ad account was $5 a day. Now we're spending the most we've ever spent a day for a long period of time is $22,000 a day. Long story short, back to the story. Spending $1,000 a day, going up to $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a day for this brand that we're scaling hard. And I had this conception that, hey, I need a whole bunch of audiences. Like, we need to keep fattening up the account, adding in a bunch of audiences and things like that. And, I had this conception that the more you spend, the more ad sets you need. And that's very, very false. In fact, all of our accounts now, we have one campaign, not necessarily one campaign in general, but one campaign per business objective. And again, that's another video later. But basically, like, let's say, for example, for a clothing brand, springtime right now, we release a new spring collection. Okay. We'll create one campaign, spring collection, and it will have one audience, one ad set inside of it. And that ad set is 99% of the time broad. So that's just gender, location, and age. That's it. Men, USA, 25 to 55. And we're pushing all of our spring collection ads in that specific campaign. Okay. And yeah, that's it. So we've actually been able to spend a lot more in this strategy right here because we're getting a lower CPM, we're getting less auction overlap, and due to less auction overlap, we get better CPM, which better CPM equates to a lower CPC, and we're constantly focused on creative, so we're getting a better CTR due to creative focus, and it's allowed us to spend a lot more, okay? So this strategy works in a sense right there. You don't need 15 ad sets, you don't need 20 ad sets, you need one audience. And when you don't see performance in that audience right there, it's not the audience, it's the freaking creative. Go out there, test creative fast, test 3 new creatives every single day until you get performance back up if you have to. We've done that before as well. If an account's not in good standing, we're pushing new creative out every single day until we find new winners, and then we're bringing performance back up to where it needs to be. Okay, so that's it. I've audited accounts recently. I've seen an ad account with 20 ad sets, all with the same ads, all with the same audiences, and it was going basically off this ideology, which we're gonna get into in a second, about multiple different ad sets, and each one's in a different placement in the algorithm. Look, when you're spending $5 to $10 a day, yes, you might get a sell on one ad set and no sells on another because you're spending so little. Facebook just hasn't hit that right audience yet. But when you're spending $5,000, $10,000, $100, even $100 a day on one audience versus $20 a day on 5 audiences, that's not gonna be legit anymore because you're spending so much, you're hitting people a lot faster, and it's allowed on Facebook to learn quicker of who works. So there's no reason at all for more ad sets in your scouting campaign. Okay. Secondly, yes, it's okay if broad doesn't work for your account. If you can't get it to work and you're testing broad against your best performing creatives, it's not working, and you're seeing 1 or 2 other audiences that are working really well. Look, see if you can stack them together. So like for us, if an account doesn't work on broad yet, which we do have like 1 or 2 accounts, out of all the accounts we manage, doesn't work well on broad yet. What we do is we stack all of our interests in one ad set and all of our lookalikes in that one ad set. So our CBO campaign will be primary broad, but then also too might have a lookalike ad set and an interest ad set. And if broad doesn't work, we'll just turn it off and just focus on those interest and lookalikes ad sets. And guess what? If the lookalikes doesn't work, boom. And if the interest is just working, we're just running one CBO, one interest ad set with all of our best performing ads. And that's it right there. So just to show you that situation as well. So myth number 2 is that you need to duplicate your ads and your ad sets to basically get a better placement or a better section of that audience. And in fact, I've actually created a YouTube video on this a while back and due to what you don't know. Just, what you don't know now is what you don't know. That's a better methodology for saying that. At the time, I just didn't know what I didn't know. That's it right there. And I used to believe this as well. Like I said, I've even created a YouTube video on this, but it's actually quite false. And that is that if you create, let's say, one ad set, duplicate it twice in a CBO, and Facebook will figure out the best. Like basically there's a theory that when you create an ad set, Facebook circles a little pool within a big pool. All right. That big pool is all the people we can target, and that ad set is targeting this people. But if you create another ad set, it'll target another group of people in that pool. That's the myth. It's actually quite false. So do not duplicate a bunch of ad sets and ads to try to get a different placement, or like each one have a different performance on that side right there. Okay. All that's going to do is diversify your spend, make it harder for Facebook to optimize, and long periods of time, it's not sustainable. Okay. Yes, you might get lucky. You might get a winning ad from your creative testing, and then you duplicate it a few times, and you might see like one ad set perform better than the other. But over time, they're all going to do the same in that sense right there. So it's a bad practice on Facebook you do not need to do anymore. Again, it was a myth and something I even did. Then I realized, hey, it does not do anything for performance. And going down the route of just one audience, one ad, or one ad set, one winning ad set, instead of duplicating it 5 times, just having 1 versus 5, and then having just our best performing ads versus 3 different duplications of our best performing ads, it's going to convert significantly better than trying to create all these duplicate audiences and stuff like that. So duplication does not help at all in that sense right there. Now, myth number 3 is that scaling is this big, hard, complex thing. Okay. And it's actually far from the truth. Scaling is actually very, very easy. Okay. I'm managing, for one of our accounts right now, we're spending $11,000 a day now. I'm spending the same amount of time and attention on that account as I'm spending on another account right now. I'm spending $300 a day. Okay. There's no difference. The only difference is 0, and things move quicker. Okay. And what I mean by things move quicker is that we have more budget to test. So instead of 5 ads a week, we can test 20 ads a week. Okay. So bringing it back, scaling is not hard. It's simply just spending more on profitable ads. So one campaign, 1 or 2 winning audiences, and all of your winning ads inside those ad sets. And those winning ads come from your creative testing campaign. It's a very, very simple procedure right there. Okay. When you're scaling, it actually comes down very simple. You need a really good product. Okay. Really good product people want. Be able to create and test new creatives every single week, anywhere from 3 to 20 to 50, just however much you can test. The more you can test per week, the more of a chance you'll find new winning ads, and the more new winning ads you create, the faster you can scale and the higher you can scale in that sense right there. When you find those new winning ads, you put them in your scaling campaign, and boom, you increase budget. So scaling is actually very easy. The hard part is the creative testing and building out new ads every single week. That is the hard part right there. Okay. Actual scaling and the ad account structure, very, very simple, very easy, not difficult at all. Now, myth number 4 is that when you basically go ahead and add in a new ad set or a new ad into an ad set that's already inactive, it will put it in learning and performance will go to shit. Okay. Look, it is true. It will go into learning when you add in a new ad into an ad set. So like this happens all the time, because the way we do it is we creative testing campaign, scaling campaign, 2 separate campaigns. Winning ads from our creative testing campaign, we drop into our ad set or ad sets that are winning in our scaling campaign right there. So when we do that, those ad sets usually go, or ad sets usually go back into learning, and people are always freaking out on my YouTube channel about this. Mike, it's okay. It's completely okay, because we've never seen performance go down unless we basically took an ad, didn't do creative testing first, just dropped into a scaling campaign, and that ad performed horribly because it's not a proven ad and it's just a bad ad. Okay. And we drop it in there not knowing it's a bad ad because we didn't test it first, and performance is just bad on that ad and performance goes down. Okay. So that's why you have to do creative testing first, low budget before we put a big budget behind it to ensure that performance, that ad works. Okay. So yes, it will reset it into learning phase, but performance will not go down. I've never experienced that before. Like I said, unless I put a bad ad or untested ad, that's a bad ad inside of a main scaling campaign. It's the only time we've ever run into that issue. Now, myth number 5 is that you have to scale at 20% per day. This is false as well. Okay. And I think people have this conception in their mind, this belief that you start a campaign $100 a day with some ads, and boom, you find they're working. Now it's gonna do 20% every day. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's cool. It works, but there's a lot of times where I have to literally double a budget, and yeah, that's it. I'll take a campaign, I'll either duplicate it at a higher rate, or I'll just take that campaign, go inside of that campaign, like inside that CBO, and just double the budget from $100 to $200 a day. Okay, I'm in a position a lot of times where a client will approach me and say, hey, Nick, we're starting off at $1,000 a day. I'm like, cool, let's do it. Start off at $1,000 a day, and I got to keep testing creatives and new ads until we get to a profitable KPI at that level. And then I got to push it hard, 20% a day, or I might duplicate that campaign at a 5 to 10x budget, or I might just go in and change that 1,000 to 2,000. Boom. People believe that Facebook's this very delicate thing, and if you go by 21%, it's gonna break it and you're not gonna get any results anymore. It's actually very false. Once you figure out the limits of Facebook ads and you actually find a winning ad, like I say this, I'm gonna say this over and over and over. When you have winning ads, I've taken a CBO campaign go from 1,000 to 3,000 because it was full of winning ads. They were converting very good, and boom. Oh, well, Nick, you didn't do 20%. Oh, well, Nick, why didn't you just duplicate the campaign? Because guess what? It was full of winning ads. And when you know the rules and where you can break the rules, you can. Yes, everything went back into learning. Cool. I'm not worried about it because the ads were working. Okay. When an ad is working and it's doing better than your KPI. So let's say, for example, you want a 2x ROAS. Okay. And you're getting a 4 ROAS or 3 or 4x ROAS, getting some really good results based off a few days of performance as well. Because some of you guys get one day of a 3x ROAS on $10 a spin and all right, cool, I got one sell, $10 in spin, let me go to $100 a day. No, that's not how it works. You need a few days of really good performance, okay? When you get those few days of good performance, you're like, hey, these ads are converting really good. Let's put some more spin. Let's try a 5 to 10x variable, okay? If you want to go really aggressive. If you want to go small aggressive, then just duplicate it at double the budget. So from $100 a day to $200 a day and see how that performs, okay? So Facebook's not this delicate thing. Let's say, for example, this is also where it comes down to client goals too. Okay. So if the client comes up to me and says, hey, Nick, we're spending $1,000 a day right now. I want to go up to $2,000 by the end of the month. Okay, I have 30 days to go from $1,000 a day to $2,000 a day. That's it. That's all the client wants. Okay, because sometimes you guys are believing that, and again, it's gonna be different for everyone. Okay, if you're drop shipping online, you don't have inventory, you can afford to scale ridiculously hard quick. When you have inventory in stock, you gotta look at, hey, cool, it'd be great to scale to $3,000 or $4,000 a day right now, but we won't have the inventory to supply that. So we also have to look at that right there. So if a client's only like, hey, we're crushing it at $1,000 a day, let's go to $2,000 a day, and I'm giving you all month to get there, it's mostly because of the inventory as well. You have to look at, you have to keep that in mind. Okay. So I'm looking at inventory, boom. Look, I'm not going to double the budget to $2,000 a day. I'm just going to do a 20% increase. So you also have to look at the situation right there. How hard do I need to scale? How much time do I have? About 30 days to double budget. I'm gonna do 20% a day. Okay. I might even do 10% every 3 days. You got to do the math and figure it out. If I have 2 days to go from 1,000 to 2,000, well, guess what? I'll probably just increase budget by $500 one day, and the second day increase it by another $500. If I have 2 days to go from 1,000 to 5,000, guess what? I'm gonna duplicate that campaign and create a new one at $4,000 a day and run that. So it depends on the situation right there, but you don't have to scale at 20% a day, and that's it. Okay. And if you have a strong winning ad, you can afford to scale faster and use these more aggressive approaches, but you have to have a winning ad, okay? And a strong winner. How do you find a strong winner, Nick? Go watch my other videos on audience research and building creatives and build creative assets that's going to serve your brand for a long period of time versus these creatives that are just creatives that actually show power and grab attention and really, reach down to those desires of your ideal audience and really get them to want to purchase your product. That's the creatives that's going to convert versus these just little white background with a t-shirt right there. Hey, 20% off today. That's not going to convert. Cold doesn't really hit me hard, things like that, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, guys, 5 advertising myths 2022. Just a few things I want to cover. Hope this kind of provides some value to you guys. As always, it's always what I strive to do. Provide as much value as I can to you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you're an e-com business owner doing at least $50,000 per month in revenue, click the link below to book a call with me and my team. We'll hop on a call together. We'll put a strategy together for you. You'll have the option to take that strategy and run with it, or you have the option to work with us if you choose. Now, if you're making less than $50,000 per month, then click that subscribe button and keep watching these videos because they're engineered to make you more money. And I do have a course coming soon. I'm going to be dropping a video soon on the details of it. I just want to make sure I'm really aligned with our offer and everything and serving you guys to the most. And then I'm going to go ahead and film it all together and, publish it for you guys. But just stay tuned for information on that. Without a doubt, I just want to make sure that if I do go the course route, I do not sacrifice the quality of these videos, because this is what I love to do. I love to provide you guys a really high def, just really good quality content that kind of separates me from all the other gurus online. So the course, that's where I want to make sure is really powerful, impactful to you guys, and doesn't sacrifice any quality from these videos. So that's my biggest thing of why I'm taking a little bit longer, because I want to make sure I position it correctly for you guys to serve y'all at my highest ability in that sense right there. So guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.